What I have done so far since the last time is okay, as you can see, as you just saw, there was a splash screen and splash sound. Then there's some pause for 5 seconds. So this time I added menu because I'm going to be creating many small activities later. So having a menu is going to be pretty neat. If I want to include all those small activities in the same app, within this app, I'm definitely going to need a menu system to open different activities and come back, and open different activity and come back, and open different activity and come back. But if I press on the starting point, it takes you to the small activity, a simple activity I created a while back. And if I go press back, then it goes back to the menu again, starting point. Yeah, and it does work still. I didn't touch this activity at all, so it's the same way. And press back again, and it goes back to the menu again. Instead of creating a static view for the menu, what I did was, I just followed a tutorial, but what I did was I used the array. So these are string array. In this array I had these 7 string sets items, and based on where it is, based on the position of the item in the array, these things are displayed, and you see how it works in the script right here. So I created a new class called menu. All the layout and functionalities are programmed in here. The biggest thing is the array, string array I had to set up. So this is a new object. That's the name of the object. I'm calling it classes, and this indicates that this is an array, and this is a content, or content of the array. And this is second biggie here, setListAdapter. Another major point here is here, onListItemClick. This is another method, and it's another action that I am creating here. So upon list item click, this is going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Intent is intent for making an action. So I am using our intent as a variable name here, and this is the object called intent. And I'm creating a instance of intent right here, and as you can see, use this variable called array class. This is a new, I forgot to mention this, but I had to set up a new object, and object type is a class, and I am using our class as variable name for that. Kind of skipped it, the string object here, and it's a name for the object cheese. And what it does, what it contains is, as you can see, it's classes and positions. The classes are a string array, and position is the position of the item. So it can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I have 7 items there. So if the position is, for example, 0, the first one, then if the position is first one, it's going to return this item, string item. So cheese is going to be that, and that's what cheese is going to contain. One of these 7 items here, string items here, because of this. Here it uses cheese. It's going to be the number, it's gonna be, no, it's not a number, it's gonna be those strings. So this line is like basically based on what cheese is, it's gonna change. This variable, our class, is also gonna change because of this, because this uses a variable, and it can be any of these things, one of these things. So if you just go through this, okay, start activity is a method, and it's gonna start this thing, our intent. Our intent is, it's like action or activity, and it's object here, and that intent is an object type for the action. So I'm gonna call it our intent. This action is gonna be called our intent. Anyway, so that's gonna start. Where else that, and after that, and here splash Java. And what I had to change was earlier splash page, splash screen. Previously, after splash screen, you went to add subtract the action thing, but I have a new action defined in not action, activity. Earlier I only had two activities defined, launcher thing and a starting point, that calculation, add subtract activity here. But now I have a new activity here called menu, and this activity, what it does is it simply opens up the menu, and that is the activity I want to move to right after splash. So now splash.java page has this action instead of going to the add subtract action. So I want to have this action. I'm going to name this action like this, and I want to have this action. So I'm going to store this action into this variable right here in this name, and this name is going to start because of this method. That's what happens, in the splash activity. And menu is fully functional because of this, and so that's what happened.